Hey guys, Susie Lee here with Ballerina Boutique. Today I'm going to be taking this simple bottle and creating a pretty little piece of bottle art with a few of the pieces from the collaboration of Totally Dazzled and Home Sweet Create. I started by taking two of the pieces from the pack, the perfume bottle and the purse, and one from last year, the stiletto heel. And I married them together using little dots of UV resin and putting them under the light for a minute or so to connect them permanently. I even added a little chain to the bag with the UV resin, and this became the perfect fit for this flat little bottle. I've had it in my stash for a while. It was a sugar-free maple syrup bottle. I love the size and shape. So here's the backstory on these little roses. My granddaughter Angelina brought me these baby roses at Thanksgiving. They were so darling, I decided to dry them, and several months later, I UV resined them to use inside this little bottle. I did 4 out of 5 of them and left one to show you how simple it is to do. I simply hold the rose over a plate and add the resin in, under, over, and through the little petals until I feel it's completely covered and saturated. Now, another way you could do this would be probably to put a little resin in a plastic disposable cup and dip it inside the resin, but I felt less would be wasted this way, and you can more precisely apply the resin with the long bottle tip. Hey, if you're interested in learning some of my tricks and tips I'll be showing you in this video, make sure you subscribe so you won't miss a beat when I upload my new videos. Next, I held the UV resin light over the rosebud for 2 minutes until I felt it could be laid on a flat piece of parchment paper. Then I put the light on it for another couple minutes just to make sure it was cured from all angles. And now that my hands were free, I could work on the painting part of the bottle. I had already prepped it by cleaning it well with isopropyl alcohol for good paint adhesion. I used Fusion Mineral Paint in the color Raw Silk, and I applied it just the top portion of the bottle. Once dried, I went back to the rosebud. You really can't work on the bud and the stem at the same time because you need something to hold on to while adding the resin. Then I just repeated the process on how I did the other end of the flower and gave the neck of that bottle another quick coat of paint. Then made sure it was dried well. Now the fun part. I decided to embellish the top of that bottle with some beautiful crocheted lace I got from the Dollar Tree. You can also get it at Hobby Lobby if your Dollar Tree doesn't carry it. And that Dollar Tree lace is just so pretty and feminine. And it was easy to just cut a small length and simply hot glue it to the neck of the bottle. Using a rubber fingertip is always a good idea when using hot glue. And now the resin is hardened on the rosebud stem and it's ready to join the other 4. I'll just set it aside while I add a band of pearls beneath the lace. I love that the pearls almost resemble a neck scarf. So pretty and very girly. I attach the pearls with a dab of hot glue, and I bring in the B7000 glue for the permanent hold. I simply scrub the glue along the other side of the pearls, and then again on the bottle, the actual bottle, because if I've missed any spots, it'll be sure to adhere. And I do it in little sections. And here's a little tip for you. If you get B7000 on your fingers, your desk, or your project, it lifts right up with some rubbing alcohol. Time to add the bling. Here I'm going to focus on the bottom of the bottle, the little rectangles in the pattern of the glass. I'm going to fill those in with SS20 AB Aurora Borealis flat back crystals. I'm using the Totally Dazzled Ultimate Rhinestone Applicator Kit to apply the stones. I'm an ambassador for Totally Dazzled, and I'll put my affiliate link in the description of this video for you to check out this kit. It's one of my most used tools in my craft room. I've been a bling slinger for many years, and when this kit developed, it was a game changer for me. It comes with thousands of multicolored and clear rhinestones that can be glued or heat set onto fabric. All the tools that come with it make that happen. The little trays, the little waxy nibbed applicator, the heat set tool, a couple of extra tools like a wire brush to clean any hardened glue you might get on your tools. It comes with a tweezer for moving about any stones, and it even has a large tube of B7000 glue that comes with it. See why they call it the Ultimate Rhinestone Applicator Kit? It has it all. You'll be blinging everything in sight, from clothing to Christmas cards. See how easy it was to bling out one side of the bottle? Okay, let's finish this in warp speed. I used 3 across and 4 down inside those little spaces. It just added so much bling factor to the piece. Then I did a repeat on the other side. And see how those AB stones pick up all those pastel colors, the pinks, the blues, and lavenders? I just love that. Okay, so the next step is to add some chain bling, also new from Totally Dazzled. These are the SS16 bling on a chain. I'm using the gold that will match the trio centerpiece I created in the beginning of this video. I first measured around the bottle with the chain to see how much I might need. I cut it a little longer just in case. Then I put a short bead of B7000 on right where I wanted to place the bling chain, and I work in sections, so I do a few inches, then I add some more. And here's a little trick. I lay down the bead of glue and I dry it about 20 seconds. That starts the glue to set up, so when I push the chain into it, it won't slip or slide around. I continued doing that around the entire bottle. Then with a wire plier, I clipped off the excess chain where it met on the other side. Moving on down to the bottom of the bottle now, I decide I'm going to go ahead and add a little row of the bling on a chain to the bottom as well. And I'm simply repeating the process by putting on the glue and then drying it up a little bit and laying the chain right in the partially cured glue. It keeps it from sliding around. And I repeat this process all the way around. Now off camera, I do add yet another string of bling at the very bottom of the bottle. And you'll see that at the end of this video, where I'll show it up close and personal. Once that's on, I'll add that gorgeous pink bow with the moving streamers from the Home Sweet Create pack at Totally Dazzled. It has a loop at the top, and it's perfect to loop a thin piece of ribbon through it. And I'll be using this to put around the bottleneck. But first, I decided that that little handle needed to be covered up with a pretty little rose. What goes better with pearls and lace than a rose, right? So I attached it with some B7000 and a little dab of hot glue. Then I went back to attaching the bow to the bottleneck. I simply centered the bow in the center of the neck, right on top of that lace, and I added a dab of hot glue on both sides where the ribbon touches the lace. Then I measured how much ribbon was needed to wrap around the back side of the bottle and meet in the middle. I secured that with hot glue as well. Next up comes the star of the show. That 3 pieces of bling that I assembled for the center of the bottle. It's so pretty. The bag, the perfume bottle, and the shoe. Very bougie. I applied B7000 all along the perimeter of the piece and hot glue in the concave parts of the bottle and the purse. The hot glue will hold temporarily, and the B7000, when it kicks in, will be permanent. I just centered it right on top of that flat bottle. And I absolutely love this. So pretty, right? Lastly, it's time to add the resined rosebuds. I made the lace a little longer at the top, so I used the holes of the lace, kind of like a frog, to hold the flowers in place. I put 4 in the lace and 1 in the center. Off camera, I added B7000 to them to secure them permanently. I also added some lace down the sides of the bottle, which I often do add a little something to a piece after recording, if I see it needs it. This very well might be the sweetest bottle art I've ever designed. Watch to the end here so you can see the final presentation. And thank you so much for watching. Be blessed and be a blessing. I wanted to preserve the little sweetheart roses from my sweetheart granddaughter, Angelina. I UV resined them after drying them for several months. Then I created this bougie little vase to hold them in. The lace at the top has holes that act like a frog to hold the tiny stems inside. Then I simply added a little hot glue to the one in the center to keep them all in place. I used 3 of the pieces from the Totally Dazzled Home Sweet Create pack, some flatback AB crystals and some gold AB chain bling, and flatback pearls on the bottle. I'm thrilled with how it turned out. The bling factor is a 10+, and I'll cherish that memory of those sweetheart roses even more now.